Okay, so we are recording right now, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to minimize this window while I keep an eye on the questions. Okay, so again, what you'll see in front of you is the sample demo Vernon website. This is really what every AE will be receiving, and it's where your customers will now come on and be able to place orders and look at product, search product, as well as put their logo on the product. So we'll talk a little bit about the functionality from the customer standpoint, as well as how you receive those orders, what you do with those orders when you receive them, and then we'll also talk a little bit about the customization that you can do to the website. So first things first, let's go through what the customer is going to see. So there's a few things. Up here at the top, you have the branded Vernon Graphics and Promotions logo. You will be able to customize the header information. So you'll be able to put your own picture up there. You'll have your name and any information regarding your position. You could have your position title. We've been playing around with the websites, and someone asked if they could have 2 emails or phone numbers, and that's why you see that up there. But typically you would have the account executive title there, your phone number, email, and there is a nice marketing tagline that Vernon's put together. I've gone ahead and changed it just to show you that it is editable, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the webinar. So when your customer comes on to the website, they'll be able to sign in, and everyone will need to register on the site. Now, I do want to let you know, a customer who might be on the site shopping and looking at product, when they go to place an order or an inquiry, it will make them register. So they will not be able to submit anything unless they've registered. However, the first thing they can do is come up to where it says My Account, and if you click on that, I'm signed in already as Patrick Payton. But if I log out, I could come in and I can register as a new customer. So your new customers will come on, they'll click on Register, and then it will have the account details there. So they'll be able to see and fill out anything with those asterisk areas. So I'll quickly do this. I'll put trade only just so we know that this is a sample one coming through. Just put some numbers in here. Okay, so we'll select the country. And then we must get the state in there. And then we'll go ahead and update the details. Now, when they register, once they register, they will get an email saying, thank you for registering on your site. Here's your temporary login information. So when they return to your site, they can just simply come up here to My Account and log in using their information that was sent to them. You also, as the AE, will get a notification that someone is registered on your site. So it does let you know if you have new customers coming on to the website. Once they've signed in, they have a couple things that they can do. They can actually see their previous orders or accounts or any type of history that they might have. So they can see their inquiries and their orders. They can also save things to their favorites, and they can obviously access those by clicking on My Favorites. So this maintains really their account once they're signed in. Once they sign in, obviously they can do some shopping. So if they want to come up here, they can search for a cap or a product. There's also these social media links here. They currently are going to be directed out to the corporate social media pages. However, if you have your own Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, those things can be edited, and I'll show you today how you can edit those so they go to your pages. You also have About Us and Contact Us. These pages can be edited as well. Currently, if you click on About Us, it's going to take you to a separate page and tell you a little bit about Vernon, the company. Dave has actually kind of customized it and made it a little bit about him and his years at Vernon and some of his special interests. So you can definitely do that. Okay, so we'll go ahead on. You also have these banners. So you have some banners that will be pushed by corporate. So you're not having to worry about the rotating banners, although they are linked to promote certain product lines. You have featured collections, so there have been some work done for you, and so your customers, if they are looking for something, they could just search it by using one of those feature collections and finding product that way. They can also find product just by clicking on one of those links to the category of products that they're interested in. And finally, at the bottom, there are some blogs and posts, and that's going to be maintained by corporate, but it will be seen on your site, which is nice because it adds to that continuous changing of content, which allows you to appear higher in search results. So it does increase that search engine optimization by just having content changing. Blogs are a great way of doing that. Okay, so what we're going to do is get started. I'm just going to simply look for a cap. Okay, so we have some caps, and I've already uploaded a logo, but your customer can simply come in and refine their search there on the left-hand side. But they, more importantly, have the ability to do virtual samples. So they could upload a new logo, browse and upload a file. So I've got my Cubs logo, but maybe if I wanted to put Running Springs, I could bring that in. Oh, you know what? Let me clear it and upload it again. Let's try that one more time. I do want to mention the logos do need to be a JPEG, GIF, or PNG to be able to be used on this particular virtual sample. Okay, well, I've gone ahead and put the Cubs logo back on. I removed it and put it back on. But you can see that it is on some of the caps. We are in the process of scrubbing the logos off the other caps, so you should be able to see that soon. When your customer does a virtual sample, it should apply to all products, but you can get the idea from this twill cap here. Now you have some options as a customer. You can add it to cart and immediately go ahead and put it in your cart. You can place an inquiry about this product, or you can add it to your favorites. If I click on the product, it's going to show me all the information pertaining to this particular product. So it allows your customer to look at the product, see the description, the pricing structure, and any imprint methods. So they can literally just go ahead and make their selections. So if they wanted to select their colors, they could do that. One size, next. So it will calculate based upon what they're selecting. And once they've made their selections, they can add it to their cart this way. Or they can place an inquiry. Either way. When they do put it into cart, you'll be able to see the view cart. So your customer can click on view cart and see the products that they've put inside their cart. So here's the cart details. So the customer will go through this process, make sure their contact details, billing address, everything is filled out. Because I've already registered, it's populating these fields. If I hadn't registered, it would stop me here and require the customer to register on your site. Okay. So if we continue to check out, you can kind of see what that order process looks like for the customer. Okay, so we're in checkout, And then obviously they can make payment based upon on account or credit card if they want to put their credit card in there. You also have the ability to have promo codes on your site. So if there's a promotion that's being ran, your customer can put in that promo code and receive a discount, whether it be on the product, a category of products, or shipping. They can redeem those coupon codes. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and confirm my order. Okay, so this is the first thing. The customer is going to see this page once they've placed an order, and it will give them an order number that they can reference. They will also get an email letting them know that they've placed an order with that order confirmation. So that's what the customer is going to see. Now you, the AE, will get an email notification as well, and it will have all the order details. So there's a couple ways. If we go into my email, I think I just heard it come through. I can pull up this, and here is the email that the AE will receive. So you will be able to see the order's been placed. It will give you that same reference order number. So you have that. You have the customer details here as well. And if you scroll down, you have the products that they have. Now, I do want to let you know, and you probably have already recognized this, this product code is not your supplier product code. We do put a kind of our unique product code on the site. So that becomes your reference code. Now, if I want to see exactly what that product is, who's the vendor, and the actual product code, I can look it up just by clicking on this link within that email. So if I click on that link, it's going to go directly to that product. Now, we're going to go into the management area of the website in just a bit so you can see where there's a search feature there for you to search product. But this is a really nice way of just being able to click on that product. You can see exactly what they're ordering. And then here it's going to give you all the pricing. It's going to give you the vendor. And then now you'll be able to see that supplier code. Now, this is the information that you're going to take and put into your Account Pro system to be able to process the order from here. Okay, so the same process that you are currently doing in Account Pro will remain the same. The only difference is that your orders are coming in from the website, and then you're getting this information and placing it into your Account Pro system so you can process that order. Okay, so I'm going to go now to the back end or the management area where you can also make changes to your website, and you can view orders from here as well. To get to this page, what you're going to do is take your URL and you're going to put a /manage on the back of it. That is going to prompt you to use an email and a password to sign in. And then you'll be able to arrive at this home screen that you see here. Now, right now I see some questions, so I'm going to stop before we get into kind of the customization of the site and maybe answer some questions as they relate to the order process that we just went through. Okay. So one of the questions I have here is, since it automatically calculates shipping, how will we modify the shipping method? The shipping is going to be something that your corporate, Vernon Corporate, puts in there for you. So they are going to develop some shipping tables for you with the various shipping methods that are available. Then your customer can actually make those choices upon checking out. So there'll be a little drop down for them to be able to choose the shipping method. Now, the other question I have here is, if it's a new client, how do they put in their credit card info? That one page before I hit confirm order, it was asking for, once you click whether it was on account or credit card, if I was to click credit card, it would then have a place for them to put in all their credit card information. So if they select credit card and put, select that little radio button on the checkout, then it will prompt them to fill in their credit card. Okay? So a couple things. Once you're on the back end or the management area, and the reason why I keep saying kind of the back of the website is this is for your eyes only. Your customer doesn't see this information. So this is the management area or admin area of your site. When you log into it, the first thing that I typically mention is you have some links here on your home page. And that's just by, if you click on the house, you'll get to this page. It will automatically default to that when you first log in. You're going to see that you have some activities. So you have a couple inquiries that need attention. But you can change, your contact details. Here's the managers of who's set to receive inquiries and orders. And that's going to be pretty much you. So you'll have yourself set up as a manager, and it will give you those permissions to receive those email notifications. And then Google Analytics is that third-party ability to optimize your website just by receiving some traffic reports from Google as to who's coming onto the site. And you can go ahead and register with them. And if you click on this link, it allows you to fill in your account information there. Most importantly, the first place I want to go to is contacts. Any new customers that come onto the site are going to be held under contacts in your customers area. So you can see the customers here, and it shows 10 entries at a time. And the reason why I want to show you this is if I come in here, I can see those customers that have registered, and I can also edit their account number. So if I come in here and I find, just maybe if I want to go up to 50 entries, I was looking for... Well, there's me. I just don't know which ones these are. 14 minutes ago. Here's the one I just did. So here's me registering as the customer. What I can do now is I can click on Edit, and I can give them an account number. And typically, if they're a customer of yours, you can look up their account number in Account Pro, and you can put in that account number here so that your account numbers tie to the customers that you already have in Account Pro. So that's one way of you just being able to edit the account numbers of your customers that have registered. Okay, so you can just plug that in and give them an account number there. Now this is again where all your customers are held and their contact information. If you're looking for orders that have come into the site, you have a couple places. Most orders are going to come under your e-commerce view orders. So if I click on that, you're going to see those orders that have been completed. And there's a couple different buckets in which those orders come into. If you check incomplete, most of the time if someone abandons their shopping cart and doesn't complete their order, they'll come into the incomplete area. Okay, but all orders that have been completed will be in this completed area. And you can see right now there's the one that I just placed. And if I want to, I could click on that order ID, or I could just view that order. Okay, and this is very similar to the email that you get. So it does have all the shipping details, all the billing details for this particular order. It has the subtotal, the information there, and then it also has the product information. So this is pretty much identical to the email that you're getting to your email address. But you can see it on the back of the site in the admin area just by clicking on View Orders and selecting that order. Then when you come down to products, you can look it up just by clicking on that product code like we did earlier. Okay. So that's where your orders come in. Something important to note, you do have the ability to receive inquiries, and those just come in through the inquiries area. Okay. Now also under products, you have a product search area on the back of these sites. So if you go into find product, this is where you can search products. So if you are looking for something for a customer, you can come in here and search by keyword. You can search by a vendor code, our unique code. Any of those things work. So if I searched cap, I could also drill down and look by vendor that's on the site and search a cap that way. And you have some more search options if I scroll down to the left. So you can search color, subcategory, and so forth. But this allows you to see the products that are on that you can research. So you do have a product search area. A lot of times you can plug in the order number here and it will, or the product number there, and it will take you directly to the product. Now, the things that you can customize on the site are going to be located under settings. And if we go to settings, default pages, so we're moving on past the order side of things, and we're moving into how you can customize that header info, maybe change those links to your social medias, and as well as maybe editing their About Us page or Contact Us page. So that's what we're doing right now. So if we go to settings and we go to default pages, this is going to give you access to the pages that you can edit. So the first page or module that you can edit is this About Us area. If I go and click on Edit, that basically opens up that page. And then you can go ahead, just like a Word document, and cut and paste information in here as far as text. You can, just put your cursor where you'd like and type something in there. Bold it. So you have a lot of the icons that you're probably very familiar with here. So you can change the color of text and so forth. So you can kind of edit the content of that page using just the cursor and the text feature. Now you also have the ability, you can put bullets and tables and a lot of things, but you have the ability to bring in pictures as well. So you can see that Dave has put a picture here of his family. And so if you wanted to have, here's one that has customer testimonials, that it's linking to some customer testimonials. You can click on that link and see what customers are saying. But if you want to come in, you can also put in additional pictures like Dave did. All you need to do is put your cursor where you want to bring the picture in. And there's a picture icon within this module. So where it says image, I just click on that. And I can browse the server. So I already have some images on the server. However, if I had an image on my computer that I wanted to get onto this web page, I would just go down here and browse, and then I can go pull something off my computer and upload that. Again, we're working with JPEG, GIF, PNG formats. Okay, so if I like one of these, once it's up on the server, I can go ahead and select that picture. It pulls it into kind of the preview window so I can see what that picture is going to look like. And then I can adjust the width and height of that. So if I do 150, I can kind of adjust the picture and hit OK. And then that's going to bring that photo in on that page. Once you've made your changes, you just hit save up at the top, and that will save that information that you've edited. So that's the About Us area. You can do the same thing on the contact page. If you just go in here, you click on Edit, and that's going to allow you to change the site name. The site name is just your account executive title, your name. So it's got your name, phone number, and your email contact. So it's pretty straightforward, but again, if you wanted to add more and have multiple emails or phone numbers, you can do that here. And then just hit save if you make any changes. Now, what everyone's probably interested in is how do you change the header information where Dave had his picture and he had some of that text. That's under the header info area. So if we click on edit, that'll open that up. And you can see, he's got his site name, which is Dave. And then what we did, I put in this additional one. What we'll do is we'll move it back to the title. Okay, so we can do that. And we could also maybe bold it, italicize it so it stands out a bit. You've got your site telephone and site email that are automatically pulling through, but if you wanted to change those, you can highlight that and change that. And then you can type something in. Something like that. Again, you can use any of these icons to make changes as far as centering, aligning to the right or left, and so forth. So we can hit save. That's going to save our changes on that header. Now, important to know, if you want to put the picture or change the picture, it's under this miscellaneous tab. So if I click on miscellaneous, there's where you can upload the picture. So we already have Dave's picture. I don't want to change it out on him, but you can just simply browse, select a file from your computer, and then upload that file. And that will change out that picture for you. Again, JPEG, GIF, PNG type formats. Now the last little tab that you'll see in this area is this meta tab. And this is really great for search engine optimization to drive traffic to your website. So you have control over the meta descriptions and the keywords for those pages that you're able to edit. So that About Vernon or About Us page that you might want to customize and make it your own and tell a little bit about your years of experience with Vernon and maybe some of the special areas that you are involved in. You can do that on that page. And then you can also edit the description and keywords of that page. So you do that just by finding the page, and then if you click edit, that's going to open that up, and then you can just put your cursor in there and add keywords and so forth. So you can say something like that and hit save, and that'll go ahead and update that information. So you have a couple areas. You have the About Vernon page and the contact page in which you can edit those meta descriptions and meta keywords. Once you make an edit, you'll see this little reset button appear. That just allows you to revert back to the previous content. So if you did make a change that you didn't know how to undo, it's basically your undo button. You can hit reset and it will go back to the original content of that page before you made the change. So everything that I've gone through, again, you can do under Settings, Default Pages. Now, if we go ahead, the one thing I do want to mention is on this contact, you can go in there and edit. And you could have also, done some links there. You've got a link option. So I wanted to make sure that any of these you can create those links that you saw on his About Us. So I did want to note that you can put something in there and link it to another area if you wanted to. Okay. Now, also under settings, you have contact details. This is going to be where you can take those social media icons that you saw up there in the top right, and you can direct them to your specific pages. So you just come in here, you can change in your phone number, email, etc. But then you can just go ahead and put your URL to your Facebook page so that it makes it more customized. And once you go ahead and type the new URL or paste it in there, just make sure you save your changes so it holds that on the site. So if we go ahead and view the site, you can see where I made my changes to this header. I put in that account executive. I changed in the text here that was underneath there. I also showed you where you could link these social media links. what we did is we went into that About Us. So if we click on About Us page, we can see the changes that we've done there. So what I did is I just typed that welcome area and then my lovely picture of my dog there. But as I was mentioning, you could just put a number of pictures. So maybe if previous projects you've done for customers, any type of information about yourself, this is where you'd want to put it. And then the Contact Us page takes you to the Contact Us page. So that's pretty much the websites in the whole. What we've covered today is the customer's experience, what they would do to search product on your website, upload logo, and place their order. And then we also talked a little bit about what you do, where you find that order, and how you process that order. So how you find product, how do you get that, where on the back of the website do you go, so you can find the customer, you can edit the account, and you can also find the order information. And then finally, we spoke a little bit about editing the header information up at the top of the site and some of the other ways in which you can customize using the About Us page and the social media links. So what I'd like to do is take some questions. If you don't want to stay on for questions, I just thank you very much for attending today's webinar. And like I said, we'll be recording this and sending that link out to everybody so you can review it. And then if you do have questions, please stay on the line and I'll go ahead and answer those. Thank you very much. One of the questions is, in the order process, if they put on account, then what if they're new? Well, on account means that the order will be ran through your account pro and they'll get an order acknowledgement, like a sales order, and then they will have to approve that sales order and then invoice the customer. So I don't know how many are going to be using these for on account. Most of what we've wanted people to do is get used to that credit card, and so we might be turning off that on account option. Right now it's there just for demoing purposes. Oh, there is a good question. Will you have to go back and get high resolution art from new clients? There is the ability to upload artwork, and that's not a JPEG, GIF, or PNG. So that is high resolution artwork. So at the time that they're placing the order, they can upload their artwork. Now, if they don't, you will probably have to call them up and get their artwork from them. But you are able to upload high resolution artwork at the time of the order, and you guys can pull it off the back of the website when you go into the order. One of the questions is, are we using ESP as the database? Your product database is actually tied into the management or admin area of the website. That is a trade-only search. Those are all the suppliers that Vernon has agreed to work with and all their products. So it is not ESP, it's trade-only, and that'll give you access to those products that are on your website. Exactly. One of the last questions is, on account is for those that you bill. Yes. Exactly. So thank you very much. I appreciate everything as far as attending today's webinar and taking that time to learn more about these websites. And we're really excited for you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.